So she steps off the elevator, she goes back outside of the parking lot, goes back to her bike. So she's got basically like one, it's tick 9 or tick 8. It's tick 9 because she had to wait a tick for the doctor.
For the doctor. Yes, it's currently tick 9. When she goes to a new location, it will advance to tick 10.
Yes, which will be the last tick of darkness.
Correct.
She is probably feeling really thirsty for blood.
Maybe there's time for a quick nip.
Yeah. It would be a little risky.
After all, this is already a solo session, so a hunt makes sense.
Yes. It might be a little risky. Who knows what this would entail. Having only one tick to do it is not ideal. But, yeah, she's going to go into the, like, urban area around here. Should we explain what a hunt is?
Yeah, so this is why I asked for senses earlier, because I have pre-rolled a potential list of people that Yvette may encounter. A hunt is essentially a contained, usually solo session where a monster goes looking for prey.
And this was pre-rolled, or like the results on the table was pre-rolled because we expected that this would be something she would probably do if she had time.
Yes. The senses modifier determines if there's a roll, and the senses modifier helps determine how many potential opportunities the monster will encounter during a hunt. And the player of the monster is unaware of how many there are.
Yeah.
But it matters.
Yeah.
So there's a big table of potential encounters during a hunt.
Yeah, so it's
but
sort
that's
of
essentially what she's doing.
I mean, you as the audience will fucking see this shortly. Actually, you won't, because it'll only be like one tick, meaning that it will be like the most minimum hunt possible. But
I mean, she can keep hunting during the day. It just sucks.
yeah, what a hunt is like, yes, a minimum, a small, usually solo session where a monster is out looking for prey in some manner. Typically, the way these are structured, there are several very large tables of potential encounters that are rolled on, and the monster just sort of like in wandering a populated area, usually at night. It typically assumes at night. There are also tables for like nightclubs, bars, and places like that. Typically in wandering a populated area, the monster will find opportunities, and these opportunities will be what the roll results are, and they can, certain opportunities can be like passed up, quoted, like, for lack of a better word, losing access to them.
If there's a guy hanging out in his bedroom, like watching TV or whatever, then he's still going to be there later.
Yeah, if the monster leaves and comes back within a reasonable amount of time, the guy would probably still be there. If there was a guy waiting for the bus and the monster leaves and comes back from that area, the guy's probably gone. And it'll say so in the hunting table entry in the rulebook. Actually, it's not in the rulebook anymore. We temporarily moved it to a separate document that just comes with the rulebook because of some fucking shit we're dealing with a Google Docs.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, that is basically how it works. As Yvette heads out of the hospital, though, it is pretty easy to notice that the eastern horizon is looking a disconcertingly bright shade of purple.
Yeah, and she does not want to hunt during the day because that means that she is very visible and very vulnerable. I was going to say it's always an element of risk to a hunt, and also like pretty pretty obviously, a monster is only going to be hunting when they are at low composure, meaning that their skills are not the best.
Yeah.
So
there's always an element of risk to this, and the people being encountered are, well, I mean, I guess we'll see, right? There, yeah. But a lot of them on the hunting tables are they're just people.
So this is less for the audience benefit. This is something that just occurred to me. So on the hunting table, there are like separate dice rolls to determine if certain encounters include somebody who is like carrying a weapon. Those percentage chances of a person carrying a weapon are like very based on assuming that this is the fucking like U.S. South.
Sure.
Which has more guns than people.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. I rolled on that table, so that's the chances that were.
So you did not in any way adjust that for this being Canada in the middle of a city.
I didn't.
Okay. I don't know what the gun laws in Vancouver are, but
I assume that they're relatively strict.
Yeah, I assume they're stricter than like
the American South.
Most of the American South, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I would also assume that if anything fucking crazy came up, that you would.
I would veto such a thing. I'm not going to roll with something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't either, narrators.
Yeah.
If something just doesn't make sense, then like follow the fiction always.
Although, in that regard, of course, like we wrote this to make sense. Even if it doesn't make sense, examine that and make sure it actually doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like make sure it actually
definitely be judicious. But
yeah, because if it there's plenty of things. I mean, one of the fucking reasons this rulebook is so long is because there have been so many situations where like we've written a rule that does make sense, and then a bunch of people have been like, this doesn't make sense, and so we have to like add a sidebar that's like, here's what this is meant to represent and why it makes sense.
Anyway,
yes.
Tangenting aside.
Yes. Try to follow the rules. Try to follow the rules and the spirit of the rules.
Yes.
So there is a element of risk if she were to take her motorcycle somewhere else, because that would risk taking a tick. And the only reason that that's even being considered here is that like her face and ID were just seen at the hospital. So if like somebody's attacked like a block from the hospital, then the police could positively say that she was at the scene. I guess Yvette, all right, this hunt does not have to be successful because she has a bunch of Eureka points and very Eureka momentable failures on investigation rolls.
That's true, and using a Eureka moment for an investigative roll restores 1 composure. Very useful thing and a good reason to be using plenty of Eureka moments.
Yes.
And trying to get lots of investigation points.
Yes. It also occurred to me. So this is a tangent that's going to make what I'm about to say even worse. But some of the criticism we have gotten, usually very, very mildly negative criticism, that we've gotten from previous episodes of this series, is how like not a lot happens per single episode, often but not always due to some kind of tangent where we are talking about shit, and us stopping to explain the rules every single time is definitely going to exacerbate that.
Oh, it definitely will. I mean, part of it is also just like, scenes in tabletop RPGs, especially if they're not planned out, tend to take longer, and part
also
of it is
known
that
as like real scenes in real tabletop RPGs that are actually being played instead of sitting on the table and being a prop.
Yes, that's true as well. Part of it is also that both of us are very long-winded people.
Yes, that is true as well. So wait, this is a new scene, meaning her truth resets, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
As you know, only opportunities that are followed up on move the tick counter forward.
Yes, that is true.
Generally, as she's sort of cruising around the immediate area.
Yes, a hunt is typically counted as a single scene.
Yes.
So yeah, she's not going to
so,
cruise. She's going.
I guess because it's a new scene, it will move it to tick 10, but the first victim of a hunt would occur also on tick 10.
Yeah. So she's not cruising on her motorcycle. She's just walking down the dark sidewalks.
Okay.
And looking for somebody who looks like easy prey.
Well, there's a park pretty nearby, and there is a woman walking down the path, sort of looking side to side anxiously. She's alone. She's tapping her thigh in irritation, and occasionally she lets out like a low whistle and stops and looks around and then keeps moving. She's in a yellow sundress.
Okay.
And a hat.
Okay. At what, fucking 5 a.m.?
Yeah. Unusual clothing for this time of day, but that's what she's wearing.
Yeah. Yvette is gonna observe her from afar for a little bit. I'm looking at Yvette's character sheet right now. So, alright, my impression of this, it's actually been long enough since I wrote any of the hunting table entries that, like, I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of what each one is, which is good, because you're, like, as a player, if you can avoid being able to identify the full truth of a hunting table encounter,
That's for the best.
It's for the best. So thankfully I do not know this for sure, but my, as a player, interpretation of this is that she might be looking for a lost dog or cat.
And that would seem to be supported, since after a minute or two of observation, she like nervously claps her hands together and lets out a low like pepper.
So I was thinking, for a second there I was like, is this something that would reasonably be like a role for Yvette to identify that this is probably, or confirm that this is probably a search for a lost dog, but it's a search for a lost dog. All right. Would you consider it to be quote unquote following up on this encounter for Yvette to like make a census roll and like sniff the air? That would, I think, like don't let me sway you, and you make the decision. I think if I was a game master, I would say yes. If she like goes out of her way to like do anything to search for this dog, she is engaging with the situation.
Yeah, I mean that was probably gonna be my thing. Like I would ask what the role is for, right?
Like she's like, does she smell a dog?
Sure. I think following up on this and not moving on, especially given that time is scarce for her, like probably does count as following up on this and like taking the encounter.
Yeah. So she is going to identify that this is somebody looking for a lost dog. What does the woman like look like other than wearing like a sundress and hat?
I mean, she's thin. She's looks, I don't know, reasonably athletic. She's in maybe her late 20s, early 30s.
First of all, Yvette is going to like look around, like all around her. Is she like alone with this woman?
Pretty alone. I mean, it's a public park. It's early enough in the morning that there's not a lot of people around.
Yeah.
Always a stray chance at like 5 a.m. or, early morning for some fucking random jogger or biker
who's an insane person to pass by, but no one currently around.
Yeah. So, Yvette is going to make a senses skill check for smell, and she's going to start breathing again. She probably stopped breathing absentmindedly as she hopped out of the hotel.
Sure. She takes in that air. It's the scent of summer trees and everything else she's about to detect.
Yes. So this is it's a 4, and a +2 from senses. So that is a full success of 10. And this is not investigation points, right? Like.
No way.
But it is a full success.
Yeah. Lots of people smell in the air. There's a lot of dog smell. This is a public park. Like, in terms of dogs being present or nearby, with a full success, I'll say that, like, she can tell that there's a dog somewhere in the park. Like somewhere in reasonable proximity.
Can she tell a direction?
Yeah, sort of like if she's facing the woman, like way off to the left.
Okay. Is the woman going?
Barely detectable.
Is the woman going in that direction, or is she going in the opposite direction?
She's sort of going obliquely in that direction. Like if the direction towards the dog were south, she's going like southeast.
Okay. Does it appear that the woman has seen Yvette yet?
No way.
Okay. Yvette is like, she's standing. She's not doing anything to conceal herself. She's not like suspiciously crouching behind a bush at this time.
No, but she's a vampire in the dark at low composure.
Yeah. Man, that is some major. That feels like some major deja vu that you just said that. I feel like in some other session, you as Game Master have said, like, maybe within one word of accuracy to like complete word for word accuracy, that exact same phrase. something like, but she's a vampire in the dark at low composure, so like nobody sees her. Yeah.
And I mean, that's a detail that I like to try and keep consistent. So.
Yeah.
If there's no reason for someone to notice her, I think she's not noticed.
There's a few ways that she could approach this. She does have a sense of noblesse oblige.
To do right by the common folk.
Yes, to do right by the common people with the powers vested in her to, with her fucking power.
Yeah.
Of it, which in the many forms it takes. What's the rough distance between her and the woman?
I'd say she's probably about like 50 to 70 feet away, somewhere in that range, 50 to 60.
Okay.
She can choose how she approaches, like...
Yeah. I was just double checking the wearing the evening ability for whether or not it requires a powers composure roll. Although, even if it did, powers or composure rolls can sometimes be refunded after successful hunts. Which is a rule I won't explain unless it becomes relevant. Yvette is watching from afar. Is the woman taller than her? Statistically, that's likely, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, she appears to be about 5'6".
Okay. Is she wearing like shoes that would increase that in any way?
She's wearing like sandals.
Okay.
Just flat sandals.
They actually are about the same height because Yvette is wearing her like 5 or 6 inch heels.
I see.
This is
God,
the kind of
that's enormous, just enormous heels.
Yeah, I mean these are like the pretty like. Am I wrong to? Because of course I'm not a fucking shoe expert like you are. Is 5 inches like extremely enormous? Am I like thinking of the right thing?
5-inch heels are fairly tall. A 6-inch heel is getting into the territory where there needs to be a platform on the ball of the foot as well.
Right.
Not strictly, but like usually.
Yeah. All right. You know the picture of the scene right after she slapped Kitty in Night Mother's Moon? That is like now the headline for Investigator versus Investigator, the heading.
I do, yes. And just for your reference, these are 6-inch heels.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I told you.
All right. I'm what I'm probably picturing is a 4 to 5.
That's fine. She's wearing heels.
But like that one picture of her. Hold on. Let me. There's a picture that I've like had saved on my phone for almost as long as Yvette has been a character that I will show you, and you can help me identify.
Again, I know we've had this exact conversation, but I will do it again.
Yes, do it again for the fucking camera. Alright, so this is a picture I've had saved on my phone for almost as long as Yvette has been a character.
Yeah, those are like 5-inch heels.
Okay. Alright, then Yvette is wearing 5-inch heels. Because that's the reference I've used for like the type of boot she likes.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Maybe 4.5 to 5. It's in that range.
Yeah. Anyway, the fucking point of this was because it really helps me visualize this shit.
Yes.
To know the heights of characters who are going to be interacting in close proximity and shit. Can you describe the park area?
Yeah, the section that this woman is walking down is like a sidewalk path that leads through like a copse of trees. In the daytime, it's probably lightly shaded. On Yvette's side is where the trees are. On the other side is pretty open. There's like a hill that eventually goes up on the other side, so like the street isn't quite visible from where the woman is, but like there's a fair bit of open ground behind her.
It sounds to me
position.
like she is like wandering into, like you said, lightly shaded during the day, but
yeah,
at 5 a.m. in the morning, before the sun is coming, it sounds to me like she is going into the type of location from which moments later you will only see a single sandal on the floor.
It's not quite like it. She's not like wandering into like a dense copse of trees. There's plenty of open sightlines.
Okay.
There's just like a line of trees close enough to the sidewalk that like they would provide some shade. It's a relatively sparse line of trees.
Okay. Okay. Like not completely cut off from like potential witnesses.
No, not at all. Like if anyone comes down the trailhead, they would see her immediately. Okay, and if anyone walks onto the hill, they would also see her immediately. But so currently there's no one around.
It's not the kind of place where like the trees could just fucking swallow her by means of Yvette and she'd never seen again.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. At least not on the path. Like yeah. There's a couple of like bushes by the trees someone could be dragged into, but like no, it is not like a densely wooded like disappear you type path.
Yeah. Would you mind like MS painting this for me?
Like I'll try.
Yeah.
Let me see.
While you do that, I do have an interesting tangent that is very relevant because not that Yvette is likely going to make this woman completely disappear from the face of the earth, at this low composure, she's thinking about it, and that reminded me. One of the other things that me and Morgan talked about when I was failing to sleep, she was not keeping me up. She was not keeping me up. I was talking to her because I couldn't sleep. One of the things we talked about is, alright, okay, when I was visiting you and Dame in Colorado recently, you gave me a bunch of shirts that you didn't want anymore.
Yeah.
And these are button-down shirts. I've actually been wearing them a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yes, not, and they have sparked comments from anyone who's seen me.
Shitty comments?
No, not really. Just, I mean,
Good.
Well, all right. No, they're not impolite or negative comments. But they're comments that I don't personally like. But that's because I'm a fucking aspie.
Okay.
With a bad attitude towards being looked at. They're perfectly polite comments. But it's just like, that's not something you'd usually like. It's a fairly positive. That's not something you would usually wear.
Sure.
Kind of comment. Or like, where did you get that?
Polite, approving surprise.
Yes. But anyway, they're button-down shirts, and button-down shirts almost always come with a tag, and the tag has a little spare button attached to it, right?
Yeah.
And because partially because, or comorbid with the fact that I'm a fucking aspie, I want to fucking pull on that button.
So bad.
I really want to pull on the button, and I do pull on the button. This is like it is almost irresistible to fidget with the buttons that are attached to tags on button-down shirts for me, and they always like eventually, not literally always, but those spare buttons are usually getting ripped off eventually by accident. Because I pulled on them gently 1,000 times, or because pulling on them gently sucks compared to pulling on them for real. And they just fucking snap off. And then I just set it down on a desk somewhere in the house, and it stays there or doesn't. The reason I bring this up is because I was thinking about that. At the same time, I was thinking about Yvette for a different reason. And I was thinking about how that's maybe kind of equatable to how Yvette feels about murder.
Oh?
Because, she really likes violence. She likes enacting violence. I'm not quite sure if calling her a sadist is the right word. Because she doesn't like torture. Or inflicting emotional pain. But she likes overwhelmingly winning a fight for sure. She really enjoys that. Particularly with her bare hands, or functionally bare hands with long silk gloves over them, or something like that. And she has the fucking strength of 20 men, right?
Yes.
Or can, if she so chooses to. It's not like a situation where she has to be extremely gentle and be extremely careful. For a vampire, her strength is whatever she wants it to be in that moment. As long as she has the energy. The tag button, there's probably a much more eloquent way to say this, but the button attached to the tag is the fucking human spine is that button. Jawbones are that button.
Oh.
Yeah.
For her.
Yes, for her. Like, this is, I mean, it's not a situation where, like, she's like, barely containing her bloodlust in a given second. She's not walking past people with, like, a press X to decapitate appearing above everybody's head. Like a video game. The press X to decapitate only appears somewhat contextually, right?
But she likes it when it does show up.
She likes it when it does. She likes fighting and winning the fight overwhelmingly. And she does have to, like, hold back, right? Hold back not as in, like, make sure that her strength is not out of, like, sorts, but, like, you know, consciously choose that if she's going to fucking throw the kind of punch, you know, choose within fractions of a second that these fights happen, that if she's going to, if she sees an opening and she's going to go for a punch or a kick or like a jab or something like that, she has to consciously choose the level of fucking newtons that she is putting out with that in such a way within that short amount of time that is going to, like, make it land with an overwhelming amount of force, but is not going to, like, make her knuckles penetrate through and out the other side of the rib cage. You know?
It is not going to make her do a Mortal Kombat fatality.
All right, much rarely than I pull off buttons from these fucking shirts. The fucking button does come off.
Sure.
Much more rarely, but, like, it happens, and she regrets it.
That she messes someone up.
Yeah,
terribly,
like, way too bad. So it's like a balancing act with how much she wants to fucking destroy someone versus, like, a point of no return for them.
Right.
And she loves an opportunity where, like, there's a relatively guilt-free
time to pull out all the stops.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she's not going to just obliterate this woman and turn her into just paste. So
No, that would be extremely wasteful of the blood. And also against the I forgot which number of, I fucking embarrassingly forgot which number of commandment that is. The commandment that says thou shalt not kill. Which is the joke answer was putting one before the other. That she does not like to murder for no good reason.
Yes, it's
Okay.
6, by the way.
Thank you. All right, I'm looking at this picture. This is a great reference. Yvette is going to. She identifies, like, the direction the woman is going. What direction is, like, the sidewalk and, like, potential, like, highest chance of potential witnesses?
What do you mean exactly?
Assuming there's, like, a north, south, east, and west, right?
Oh, sure. Let's say that this is running north-south, just as I've depicted it.
Yes. And this is all right. So obviously the woman is on some kind of sidewalk, but it's not like a sidewalk. This is a fucking trail in the park.
It's a paved path through the park. Yeah.
What direction is the highest chance of, like, somebody, like a commuter or a, not counting somebody, going to be on this path, because then obviously they would see everything. But
like the bottom of this path.
So, like, south.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the bottom of the picture, like south according to this picture.
This is like choice paralysis of how many ways this could be approached. She has so much, like, there's so many options here. Well, alright, Yvette is going to start walking generally kind of in a straight line towards the woman.
Okay.
And as she passes through like a particularly dark bit of shadow, she does not come out the other side, and instead comes out much closer behind the woman.
Okay. Probably, even with that, probably stealth, depending on how close she's getting.
Sure. She's definitely getting close enough that, like, stealth would be a factor here.
Yeah.
So...
That's very cool, though.
Yes, it is. So... She already has a +2 skill rating in stealth. Then from being a vampire, just from her ability, from her own experience with sneaking, and then from being a vampire, she has a +2 contextual bonus from stealth. And then from being a vampire at very low composure, she has an additional +5 contextual bonus to stealth. This is going to be a roll at +9 for stealth.
Quite strong.
16.
Only Snake Eyes is not a full success. Yeah. Yeah, the woman is occupied with her task. She does not notice Yvette whatsoever.
Yes. Yvette slides onto the path through the dark, walking silently, even though she's the one in heels.
I like to think that maybe she's matching the pace of the woman's steps.
I was going to say that that's something that she would try to do, and like make her footsteps come at about the same time as the woman's footsteps. It's kind of inconsistent whether a vampire's footsteps make sound, or kind of unclear. I don't know that that's ever been explicitly confirmed.
We never talked about it when doing editing.
Yeah. We did talk extensively about a perfect sphere of darkness being bisected by a rectangular prism of light.
Yeah, we sure did, didn't we?
Anyway, alright. But, regardless, Yvette is going to follow very close behind the woman.
Okay.
Roughly matching the woman's footsteps but roughly matching her own footsteps to when the woman takes a step. So, alright, she has a distinctive accent. And she was just at a place where she was talking with her distinctive accent to people who would definitely remember the most annoying patron of the night. And she's in very close proximity to that hospital where that happened. This is probably still not enough for like heat to be a major factor, right? But for the heat rules to come into it numerically. But like,
I don't think they will have entered into it. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, something to be considered is that if she like says something to this woman and has the woman remember her distinctive accent, because the plan is not to murder this woman. For you, that the most successful meal is one where the victim survives but does not get any identifying information from her. So if it's a slight risk if Yvette like says anything and then bites her, You know what?
Yeah?
I think ultimately Yvette's sense of wanting to fucking help the helpless is stronger than the amount of thirst she feels on 2 composure out of 7.
Oh my god, oh holy Jesus, oh fuck, where did you come from? She turns around and just spasms, and she settles in a mock karate pose.
Wow.
And before she sort of embarrassingly puts her hands down and says, I'm sorry, you really scared me. Whoa. Ooh.
Yvette knew that would happen. Well, she didn't know that would happen, but she knew the reaction would be in that category.
Oh my god, you're just a tiny little thing. Oh.
Yvette is at least as tall as she is wearing the shoes.
Yeah, but she can tell she's wearing heels.
Okay.
And she's also a very slight woman, even with the height.
Yes, that's true. As the woman spins around, whatever direction she is choosing to fucking rotate,
yeah,
Yvette kind of slides in that direction. The woman has to turn 100 degrees instead of the woman has to turn 190 or 200 degrees instead of 180 to see Yvette.
What an asshole. Yeah, she's very disoriented. And is clearly not 100% sure of her own physical bearings, having turned around that far. But that must be how far she needed to turn.
Yvette is either smiling or holding back a smile. She liked that.
This woman's got a hand over her heart, trying to cool herself down.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, I actually don't know what Yvette would say to the immediate, you're just a tiny little thing. I think that kind of takes her by surprise a little bit. She does have the bite-sized trait also.
Yeah.
It's not it's rare for people to say it out loud. I think conventionally, tropishly, she would have some kind of fucking snark. If either A, she was on the ball, which she's not because she's at 2 composure, B, I was on the ball, which I'm not because I'm also at fucking 2 composure in real life, from having about 2 to 3 hours of sleep. Some degree of a maybe less interesting character, at least if there was nothing good to say, but she just actually kind of doesn't know what to say to that.
Okay.
That probably does not call for a disrespect composure roll, right?
I can't imagine. I think it would take someone with an Edward Elric level aversion to being called short for that.
True. It's ultimately up to you. I could see it being disrespect with a comforting factor.
I really don't think so, man.
Okay. No, I was just bringing up the possibility.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I get that she's sensitive about her height, but not that sensitive.
It's
at
more
least from
so that
anything
she's
I've
sensitive
seen.
about her skinniness.
Sure.
She's sensitive about her width.
I don't
not her height.
Yeah, especially given this woman's tone and clearly, it's almost I Yvette can't get tone, I guess, but Like, this woman is not. I don't think it applies.
Yeah, I rolled a social cues just in case, and it was a perfect 0, so she cannot get.
Gotcha.
Yvette is not stupid. She just can't be completely sure.
Yeah.
What does the woman say next? Yvette is a little bit like takes a little bit too long to say something because she is surprised to hear that.
She says, "Oh, well, I'm sorry. You just really snuck up on me. Hi. Sorry. You can go by me. It's okay. I'm sorry."
Yvette says, "I did," agreeing that she snuck up on her.
Like, she says that right after the lady says, "You really snuck up on me?"
Yes.
Oh, did you need something?
I think, you look like you need something. No?
Yeah, I'm a little out of sorts. I opened the door up just, to... It doesn't matter. My puppy went running off and just took off down the park, and I'm just looking for her.
Okay, I have a question. Is this woman actually Southern, or is that just a consequence of you being the one portraying her?
The latter. I have a very slight Kansas accent, so
I thought so.
Yeah.
And normally that would be completely appropriate because the default location of Eureka is the fucking Arklatex.
No, she has a Pacific Canadian accent, which is not a very strong accent to a American ear usually.
As Yvette is saying this and listening to this, she is kind of gently drifting, and I don't mean this literally. I have to say that because she could actually literally drift. Mm-hmm. But she is kind of gently drifting in the direction she turned, as basically as if very slowly circling the woman.
Yeah, the woman is seemingly not really noticing, is just sort of pivoting to continue to face her.
Yeah. It's subtle.
Which is why the woman doesn't really notice that she's doing it either.
A dog?
Yeah. She's little. I mean, she holds up her hands to indicate the size of the dog.
Right.
And it's like maybe 1.5 feet.
Right.
She's little, she's just a little black shaggy dog. Her name's Pepper. Did you see a dog?
The truth is Yvette did not see a dog, but she has a pretty good, I guess, that the dog is in a certain direction. In what is probably kind of likely to come off creepier than Yvette even intends it, even though she's already approached this intentionally in a scary way. She's going to say, "No. May I think I know where one is."
She blinks in surprise and seems to sort of be taking in Yvette's features for the first time. Like that makes her stop and look at the person she's talking to.
It's dark.
She says, "What?" Yeah, it is dark too. She can't really make out much, but she says, "What? What do you mean by that?"
Is this a situation where an interperson roll is like?
I don't think so, because nothing is being attempted here, really. Like, there's no goal. This conversation is just going where it's going.
I guess I don't know. All right. Even though there's no goal, I would probably consider it like a failure of the situation, and Yvette would also consider it a failure of the situation if the woman like just started running.
Sure.
I'm not asking for. I am just inclined to muse that there are situations where roles could happen even if they are not. There are situations which brush against roles, and I always point them out just in case.
There are places. Yeah. There are places where a conversation might branch, even if there's no specific goal being pursued, like a conversation continuing or this woman just flatly running away. It's my judgment that such a branch has not yet been reached.
Yeah, I'm just always pointing out like the situations where you could try to make an argument for a role.
Yeah.
Even if such an argument would be ultimately not great.
Yeah.
Or not necessary.
Believe me, it's definitely in the back of my head, because this is obviously a very weird social interaction, and but like at this point, it's my judgment that there's not one required, because what would it do?
Yvette is either wearing sunglasses over her eyes, or she has the sunglasses like up on the top of her head, and her regular eyes are reflecting light in like a slight pinkish like sheen.
Well, which one is it?
Well, it's dark. They're in like a shady dark area. I think she has them up on her forehead.
Okay, yeah, the woman's looking like fairly perturbed, but she does ask with a nervous laugh, well, what does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, I did roll a social cues just out of curiosity, like not a full mechanical one, but and it was of course a failure. But I think even at that point, Yvette is like, she's familiar enough with fucking terror.
Yeah.
That she doesn't need a full success on these social cues to think she knows what's like that. Like what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to slightly lie and say, I heard one.
Okay. Where did you hear the dog? Because I should probably go, get her.
Up the path. Off to the left. That direction.
Oh, good. Like, does she point?
Yeah.
Great, yeah. She puts she sort of puts both of her thumbs up like near her chest, and just is like, and like takes a step back. It's like, I'll just I'm gonna go after her. So thanks. Thanks. You have a great day. Unless she has stopped, she's gonna start trotting off that way.
Okay. Does she like turn her back on Yvette?
She takes one or two more steps back, and then turns her back to Yvette and just books it.
Like actually falls into a full sprint?
Like, she's definitely running. I don't know that it's like a full-on sprint,
okay,
but like she's running.
Is it a sprint that is within the spectrum of could be for the dog as much as it could be to get away from Yvette?
I think it's safe to assume there's a dash of fear in there.
Yeah. As she runs up the path in that direction that Yvette pointed, probably out of the corner of her eye, in a shadow that is more dark than the rest of the path, she'll probably see for a split second that same pair of eyes.
Yet, further down the path, she lets out, seeing this, just an involuntary squeal, and turns it into
she can't be sure that she saw that.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
She lets out an involuntary squeal and turns it into a cry of, Pepper! Pepper!
Does she go off the path?
She does, yeah.
Okay. So, like, in that direction?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to make you draw another map for that. Is the area off the path, like, more or less secluded?
It's kind of a wash. Like, there's trees down that way, but there's also, like, a lot of open fields.
Okay, but it's farther away from, like, the sidewalk.
It's off the path further, yeah. It's more like there are a lot of open sightlines still.
Okay. The woman is going to see that, like, slight glint at the corner of her eyes, like, a second time, like, off the path. Yvette is following her.
Yeah.
Does she find the dog?
Yeah, after about, like, a few minutes of running, there is eventually, like, a little yappy barking. And she is able to, after a short chase, like, zero in on the puppy and like, sort of tackle him.
Okay.
But she does, or tackle her, because it's, she said it was the female puppy. But she gets the puppy.
Okay.
She says, "Oh, I'm so relieved I found you. Oh my gosh." Naughty.
Okay. Yvette, of course, does see that this is happening because she is in very close proximity still.
Yeah. Like, since she's nearby, I think that this will cause the dog to, like, start growling at something, although it doesn't know what at this point. She doesn't really know what she's growling at yet, but something is wrong. And the woman is like, "Pepper, what's wrong? Silly girl."
Yvette is making no real effort to hide herself. She's standing in the open.
How far away?
Too close. Not so close that, like, she could, like, touch the woman or even, like, get to her within a couple steps. But, like, I mean, they're not on the path anymore. There's no excuse that Yvette could make up as the, like, greatest liar in the world that would be able to, like, convince anyone that she did not deliberately follow this woman off the path.
Right.
So that close.
Okay. Eventually the woman, picks the dog up and sort of looks around and does see Yvette standing there, and she starts a bit. She says, "Oh, it's you. I found her."
When? That
Can I help you?
It probably was audible in her voice, but that was like a pretty cheerful affirmation. But when she opens her mouth expressively, there are pointed fangs in the top of her jaw. But, it's not like she's just holding her mouth open. That's only, again, like a fraction of a second of a detail.
And it's dark. Yeah, the woman says, she lets the silence hang in the air for a sec, but then she says, "Yeah, so, thanks. Thank you. Do you need something?"
Is the dog still reacting?
Yeah, the dog is, like, growling
at her now, and the woman like looks down and looks back at Yvette. She's not gotten any closer, so the dog's reaction is mostly the same. Pepper is just looking at Yvette and growling, and her voice, the woman's voice falters a bit, and she says, do you need something?
What breed is the dog? Also.
Oh, the dog is like,
I don't really know my small dog breeds. Some kind of like Schnauzer mix or something.
Okay, that's
some sort of terrier looking.
That's
thing.
definitely like what I was picturing. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a fucking Hail Mary, but Yvette is going to say, actually, I do.
At this point, the dog lets out like a single bark and continues growling, and the woman looks down and then looks back and says, okay, what do you need?
You used the word obliquely a few minutes ago, and I think that is
Yeah.
the direction that Yvette is walking as well. She's doing that circling thing again.
Yeah, the dog lets out a couple more barks as she starts moving, and the woman is clearly not enjoying this. Even to Yvette's, not honed social cues.
Yeah.
She's starting to like instinctively sort of lean away.
Yvette is going to say, I will be, how's it called? Straightforward? You know, vampires?
So I really got to get home. She's backing away.
Yeah, Yvette is continuing to like. Yvette is keeping roughly the same distance, but not the same angle.
Yeah. Thanks for helping me find my dog. I'm gonna go now, I think. Right now.
Yvette is gonna flatly say, "Don't run."
Threaten,
This-
please.
Yeah. Her threaten is actually like a -1 cumulatively. I almost feel like this is maybe a Eureka point situation. Oh, although all right. Can I say that her truth is being acted on?
Which one?
Noblesse oblige.
Oh, yeah. In fact,
Like,
that was invoked earlier explicitly. Like,
yes, she is going out of her way to make sure that like this woman is actually helped.
yeah. Like I said, invoked earlier. It's no question, definitely.
Okay, in that case, it is a positive one. Is this worth using a Eureka point on? No, it's not. I'd really like a Eureka point to be used on this, but I think that Yvette would have a handle on the situation even if there's a full failure. Alright, it's a 9.
The woman like kind of jerks in place, but ultimately doesn't cut and run.
Yeah.
Her breathing quickens, and she says, "What do you want from me?"
You're not in danger.
It kind of feels like I am.
Yeah. I'm not to go
The
into
dog barks again.
I'm not going to kill you or anything like that.
Okay.
And that will be...
The woman's eyes are, like, rolling around, like, looking for... She doesn't know what.
If she takes her fucking eyes fully off Yvette, Yvette is, like, 6 inches to a foot closer.
Oh, yeah, her eyes are real locked on to Yvette after that, and the dog starts going kind of crazy, barking. Please just leave me alone. I just want to go home.
I will let you go on.
I don't want. Oh God! What are you gonna do? The dog is like trying to worm away from the woman now and barking, and she's like trying to deal with this scenario while holding on to her puppy who's trying to run.
Have you ever given blood?
She doesn't really give a coherent answer to that. She just like sort of makes some noises that could mean anything, and is like desperately trying to not be where she is. She is clearly wishing very desperately that she were not here.
Actually, I feel like this is a comfort roll situation.
Probably yes, if that is her goal.
I don't think that.
Which is kind of funny to me, since Yvette has been like explicitly terrorizing this woman for like this entire scene.
The comfort roll is a failure, though.
Yeah.
Because it would have really needed to be a 11 or higher to not be a failure.
She's torn between being frozen in place and like sprinting away. Her dog is barking. She is in a very distressed state.
Oh wait, that comfort roll would have taken a truth, even though it didn't help. So I'm marking that.
Okay.
With a threaten. I'm wondering if Yvette could like hush that dog up. But I feel like a failure or a partial success on that would make the situation way worse. Yvette is gonna approach.
Okay. Doing anything in particular?
Are you right or left-handed?
She's gonna continue trying to back away. And she'll say, I don't see why that matters. Look, I'll scream.
Don't scream.
She doesn't say anything. She just like looks. She just looks at Yvette with the expression of a terrified prey animal. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yvette will use her deft social skills to navigate this scenario. Surely.
I mean, she's already said that she's not going to die.
Yeah. I mean, she's made assurances.
Yeah. You still have not told me if you are right or left-handed.
I really have to think about this.
I mean, she's statistically right-handed, right? Like.
No, not about that.
Oh.
I that doesn't fucking matter. I have to think about what she's gonna do.
Okay.
She is not processing these questions on a logical level. She's gonna run. she's gonna. I think at this point, it was either continue to engage with this or not. and she's gonna try and go. She's gonna
Okay.
turn around and she's gonna run and she's gonna say, "Leave me alone!" Not a
Alright,
full scream yet.
I mean, this is clearly moving into dangerous situation rules territory. The dog is a fucking problematic factor.
Yeah.
Not that the dog could hurt Yvette, but Yvette doesn't want to hurt the dog.
Yeah.
That would kind of defeat the that would kind of undo her good
purpose.
deed.
Yeah.
Actually, I think if Yvette did hurt the dog, it would deactivate her truth bonuses.
Probably,
Because-
yes. It's acting in a way directly counter to it.
Yes, I don't think that I've ever actually seen this happen, but it is the rule that if they make any action that's directly counter, it like immediately undoes that.
Yes.
bonus.
And this is dangerous situations. This is turns, and the first turn is her running, which means speed has to be calculated, as a matter of fact.
Can Yvette seize the initiative?
Let me see. By the rules, no. Because she's not being attacked.
She's not being attacked, you're right.
And we decided against that because, like, if a chase is breaking out,
Yes,
the
exactly.
fleeing party should always have a head start in
Yes.
terms of rules.
Yeah. Well, then, calculate speed.
Yep. One moment. We are having to do this in Theater of the Mind right now because I don't have a node map.
Yeah, speed is a little awkward in Theater of the Mind. Ordinarily, I would want to throw together, like, you know, a blank white MS Paint
A quick
with,
node
like,
map.
with just some
Let's-
circles. But
I'm gonna narrate nodes in Theater of the Mind just so we have something concrete to work with. But like, I guess I don't even need to. Her speed is 4. She's moving away at a speed of 4,
that speed is 6.
which means that she'll be able to catch up and have 2 movements and 1 action remaining.
Yes.
So this woman takes off holding her dog, and Yvette is able to catch up. But what is she doing? Is she catching up? I assume she is.
You're just going to have to consider the risks in like a split second. Because if she grabs this woman, this is extremely easy. If she grabs this woman and like probably just takes her to the fucking ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys gonna have to like go out of her way a little bit to like make sure the dog doesn't get hurt or actually the dog is like snapping and barking. Has the dog been like trying to get towards her, or has the dog been trying to get away from her?
The dog has been trying to get away from her. It is snapping and barking and trying to flee.
Well, it would also kind of defeat the purpose if she caused the dog to run away again.
Yeah.
Would there be a way for Yvette to like bring this woman to the ground without like necessarily sending the dog flying?
The woman is like holding the dog with both hands and is like shielding her with her body. So she's like almost carrying her like a football.
Right, that's what I was thinking. In which case, the answer is kind of yes. If Yvette grabs her the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, first of all, like, within 4 nodes worth of movement, has the woman, like, moved into, like, a very visible area or, like, a better lit area? Or...
I mean, it's the same deal. There's lots of big open sight lines, but it's still early enough that there's not like people out and about.
Right.
She's still on like grass.
Okay.
There's a lot of ground to cover. It's a big public park.
Yeah. Well, with I said Yvette's speed is 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the darkness, Yvette is going to catch up with her basically instantly. At least if there's any like particularly dark shadows in the area nearby her, which like stop me if there are not.
There's not a whole lot in the way of obstacles. Like this is the field. Like
Yeah. Well.
And she's running across a field.
Say yes or no.
There are no obstacles.
Okay, so Yvette could not like just disappear into shadows and come out.
No.
Okay.
Not on this stretch.
Then Yvette is going to break into a sprint immediately and catch up with her in seconds.
Yep. 2 movements and an action remaining.
Right. Catch up with her in seconds. Put one hand around her, like, around her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, another around her waist and the dog.
That's a grab.
Yes.
With trying to keep the dog in mind, I don't know how that affects things.
I mean,
like, we don't really do on-the-fly contextual modifiers.
no, not normally, and I don't think that this necessarily requires one.
Sure, but like part of her goal is also to keep the dog secure.
Right. I think that I would say that as long as she doesn't do anything or fail to do anything that would result in the dog being unsecure,
that we're in good shape.
That the dog is relatively secure. I mean,
yeah, I mean the woman is trying to keep hold of her dog, so
yes.
All right. So a grab then.
Yes.
That's 1 movement.
Fucking. Yes, that's 1 movement. And this is going to be like a contested grab, so like a roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Weight class, her athletics is +1.
Okay. Yvette's athletics is currently +2, but because she is bite-sized, which is still written as petite on her character sheet, because that's how long ago this was.
This has been.
Yeah.
That was only the name of the trait for like a week.
Yeah. Because she's bite-sized, Yvette will have a athletics counts as 1 point less than it would be for weight class exclusively.
So this is just an even.
Yes,
this is just a flat roll at the modifier. Is it close combat or athletic?
It's going to be close combat.
Okay.
And I actually think that because this is now escalated into a situation where it would actually be bad and Yvette is like potentially at risk of losing control of the situation. It might be good to use a Eureka point just in case.
Okay.
This is a roll that's making me nervous, but this will be a Eureka point roll.
Okay.
This was another Eureka point roll where like the 2 bottom numbers were the same number, but at least there was insurance.
Yeah.
It's a 9. With her plus +2 in close combat, it becomes a 9 with no weight class. Oh wait.
No,
it's a full success.
Truth.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. She is on the ground, holding on to
she's not quite on the
her
ground.
puppy.
That was just a grab.
Oh, true. Yes. Yeah. She's grabbed. She's holding on to her puppy for dear life.
Yes. And this is
like whimpering.
The time in between the grab and the hold is like 1 second.
She does try to scream. It is muffled though by Yvette's hand, and the dog is just going fucking ballistic.
Yeah.
Pepper is losing her mind.
Yeah, Yvette is going to like drag her to the ground, progressing this grab into a hold, and that's going to be another Eureka point, because I don't want Yvette to lose control of this situation. So another close combat. This is a full success that would not have been a full success without the Eureka point. Dropping the lowest.
Oh, there you go.
I don't think it would have mattered though, because the difference between a full success and a partial success is whether or not she can do submission immediately. Yes, Yvette does like kick the woman's legs out from under her and like fall backwards, bringing them both to the ground. With her hand like firmly over the woman's mouth, and like she's also kind of trying to like keep a hand on that dog's fucking muzzle.
Yeah.
Which is probably less successful, but she is quieting the dog as well. You said this woman is wearing a sundress.
Wait, somewhat different. She is, yeah.
What'd you say before that?
It's probably just a little bit difficult to like actually do anything about the dog.
Right. Dogs are really good at getting you to stop holding their face if they want it. The woman's wearing a sundress. Is this like a low cut sundress, like with shoulders open, like exposed shoulders, or what?
Yeah. It is.
You know, actually, because it was a full success, she actually is going to progress this to like a submission.
Okay.
Immediately causing for mechanics purposes, immediately causing the woman to take 2 superficial damage.
Yeah.
And the way Yvette is doing that is by not just covering her mouth, but like her nose too.
Okay. Sure. With just a grip strength like steel.
And, you know, she is also now right in the woman's ear. You know, you are blessed that I am still going to keep my word.
This does not help the situation, but she can't really do anything about it. She is squirming around even more fervently now, but she's pretty firmly under Yvette's control.
Yeah.
I believe a hold is an action.
Correct. That was Yvette's action. So that is the last thing Yvette can do on her turn besides
I don't know, like drag her or something.
Yeah, besides telling the woman well, no, she would be out of move. She can't move any distance either, because she moved to the woman, giving her 2 movements remaining, and it was 1 movement to grab and one
action to hold.
But a movement is also, or an action is also a movement.
Oh yes, it's not 2 movements and an action. It's 2 movements, one of which may be an action.
Right.
Yeah, sorry about that confusion there for anyone watching.
Yeah. Yvette is so that is the end of Yvette's movement, with the exception of her still saying that she's not going to kill this woman.
Okay. The woman will attempt to escape
on
her turn as the first movement of her turn. Oh no, not even a little bit. She is completely powerless to escape. And she'll just start crying. She thinks about like like clearly like her arms start moving a little bit, or like there's pressure from her arms, like she's like maybe gonna try and attack, but she just starts crying. And it's back to Yvette.
I'm double checking. I was just double checking some of the rules for the submissions. Okay. Yvette is going to. This is not going to be particularly good or efficient, but Yvette is going to make a wound.
Yep.
Which is a specific thing.
Yes, it's in the vampire trait. It is rolled like a basic attack using close combat.
Yeah.
Or athletics if using fangs or claws.
Yes, it is a...
Optionally athletics if using fangs or claws.
Is a full success, I think, regardless of any altering modifiers from the fact that a hole is happening.
So that is 2 damage. Is it superficial or penetrative?
It's going to be very superficial.
Okay.
And also, Yvette is going to like slightly ease up the pressure on the woman's nose so that the woman can like breathe.
Okay.
Again.
Good. But what else is she doing?
She is biting into the woman's like high upper bicep.
Okay.
There's a vein in that area that is not like gigantic.
Yeah, she goes for it.
Yeah. Yes, Yvette opens her mouth. Her fangs are long and sharp, and
it's an injury roll for the lady?
Yes, it's an injury roll, and superficial injury roll.
Yep. Woman is struggling, and clearly hurt by this.
Yeah.
She's getting weaker, though she stays conscious.
Yes. By the standard ruling on this does end the standard turn order dangerous situation rules. And
why is that?
Because Yvette's got her.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's nothing she can reasonably do here.
Yeah, there's nothing she can reasonably do here. I guess it's actually a rule kind of similar to the thing about like victims who are swallowed whole.
I meant making a wound.
Yeah. So it says, once the victim takes damage from this attack, the vampire is considered to be actively drinking their blood. After this occurs,
the victim may only make one escape attempt for the entire duration.
Yes,
so she'll try one more time then.
Drinking copious amounts of blood is not something that can be done very quickly.
Yeah.
Each time this duration passes, the victim takes 2 flat damage as dealt. Alright, so as long as they deal this flat damage to the victim at least once, the vampire may restore composure when they are finished drinking.
Yeah. It's a failure again on the escape.
Okay, I was just double checking that what Yvette is doing now is drinking is by the wording of the rules. Like there's nothing else she needs to do to like mechanically to be drinking this blood.
Yeah.
Yvette holds her there, and she bites into that area. She knows where the vein is. She punctures it, and she lets the blood flow into her mouth. The woman's heart is racing, obviously, and the blood does flow into her mouth, and she swallows and drinks.
The woman stays conscious the whole time.
Yes.
And it's like agonizingly slow, even though her heart is racing.
Yes.
It's like 5 to 7 minutes.
No, it's
of this.
Yvette doesn't have to do that for that long. That's the thing I was checking.
Okay.
Whether or not it would have to actually be 7 minutes.
It's a guideline.
Yeah, because the submission did damage, and the initial penetration did damage, forcing an injury roll. And as long as Yvette has the thing that determines that she has drank a good amount of blood is if an injury roll is caused by the drinking of blood, or by one of those two things.
That's correct. So she doesn't need to pin her down for 7 more minutes.
Right. She really only needs to take like a few mouthfuls.
Sure. But yeah, the woman's so to roll that back a little bit, the woman's heart is racing, and Yvette is done relatively quickly.
Yes.
It is, despite being venous blood, it is good tasting since this woman is terrifying.
Yvette is going to take one last gulp of blood and take her mouth off the wound. She's going to say, again in the woman's ear, "If I let you go now, are you going to scream?"
She thinks about it, but she just like, again with tears streaming down her face, she just like lets out she doesn't let out anything. She shakes her head side to side.
"Are you going to go to the police?"
She shakes her head.
There's not a lot that even a good social cues roll could really do for that. And Yvette would have failed anyway. Not that Yvette really has any insurance on this, no matter what. She is just going to have to trust this woman or break her neck.
Pretty much.
But it's worked out so far. I will warn you, they will not believe you.
She doesn't move.
I can give you something to clean up. If you want.
She just sort of moans. She's like,
Yvette is going to gently release the grip. But not like fully release the grip, and Yvette is going to like move her own legs under her and like rise to a standing position, also bringing the woman up to a standing position with her.
Yeah, the woman is shaky on her legs, but like she's following. Pepper is maybe like worn out of barking and is just growling now. But has absolutely been barking this entire time.
Yeah. It's lucky that no one cares about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my hand off your mouse. Do not scream.
She just moans.
Yvette will gradually release her, ready to like snatch her again if she makes a move.
Yeah. She just sort of wobbles away and like turns around looking like just a total mess. She's got dirt all over her. She's crying. Like her dog is still flipping out. She looks miserable.
Yeah.
And she's just standing there shaking like a fawn. And looking at Yvette with those big wet eyes.
And I don't think this is necessarily written on her inventory, but I'll leave it up to you. Because she does, it has been talked about that she does typically carry these kind of things, similar to like having a wallet.
Yeah.
But she does have some like alcohol pads. She's going to like unzip her biker suit and retrieve the alcohol pads. So, like one would use for like a blood draw.
Yeah.
For best results, she would have preferred the woman to stay still so that she could like wipe down the place and then dry it before puncturing. But
yeah, she's giving her the pad.
Yes.
Okay. She'll like reach out and take them after too long of a pause. Like she doesn't want to, but they're being offered to her, so
Allow me.
Yvette is going to rip open one of the pads and, like, with a full success on a medicine check, make sure the wound is, like, clean. Make sure no dirt is in it, and make sure it is, like, wiped down. So it is not going to get, like, super infected.
Mm-hmm.
And
She allows this ministration.
yes, Yvette cleans out the wound completely, and she says,
Oh,
and like while she's doing this, she says,
oh, you are not going to, turn into a vampire.
Okay.
Zen,
Can I go now?
when? Go.
She runs.
Yvette does
and
not
I would
pursue.
I would like to call it there with Yvette standing in the park.
Yeah.
All right. We will bring it around next session. Normally, I like to talk a little after the session, but I
Me
am
too. This
really
has gone late.
not in a state to do so. So
You actually don't have to necessarily be here for this, but Yvette drank enough blood for one composure. Did she do?
she drank enough. She did. So I actually should bring this up. She is getting the extra composure. She dealt 6 morale.
Okay, I'm glad that you were tracking that, because I was struggling to track that while also not.
I just went up to the list and looked at it, and it would have been 6 morale.
Okay, yeah, I was struggling to track that in my head. While I was gonna guess it was between 4 and 6, but
Partial success on a threaten roll, being put in a hold, reveal of monstrous opponent, having to make an injury roll.
Okay. Perfect. So Yvette is feeling much more energized.
Yeah.
And her own heart is pumping pretty fast. There's color returning
Yeah,
to
look at
her to her like cheeks. She like licks her lips, a little bit of blood off of them, and
A pretty successful hunt for only having 1 tick to do it.
yes, the sun is rising. We'll have to remember that she will basically immediately have to make a composure roll for that. The sun.
I have the ticks up, so
Yeah, and have you written the ticks down?
I'll write it down here.
And we will also have to remember that starting next session and the session after that, because this was a solo session hunt, starting next session and the session after that, she will be counted as, for everything this means, having, blood running through her veins.
Yeah, can you just make a note of that, please?
Yes.
Or, you know what, I guess I'll do it. I'm right here anyway.
Okay.